Today's walk's about 1.5 hours and it's around the Redmires Reservoirs on the outskirts of Sheffield. A nice little walk. I hope you enjoy it. If you do like these sort of things, do please consider liking and subscribing, as it does help the channel. Without any further ado, let's get on. Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Today's walk takes us around another reservoir on the outskirts of Sheffield, actually 3 reservoirs. Up at Redmires, and it reminds there's 3 reservoirs altogether. I found this nice little circular walk on the Yorkshire Waters website, and essentially what that will do, that will be taking us around all 3 reservoirs. There's a car park not far from the top reservoir, which is where I've parked, and then the walk takes you around all 3 reservoirs, taking in some of the paths there. Some of it is on main road, some of it is on marked path, some of it is on unpaved path. So it's a nice little walk. According to the website, it should take, it's about 2.5 miles. And it estimates around about an hour and a half. Mostly on the flat, it says, but probably not suitable for anybody with who needs mobility aids, etc. It's probably a little bit rough, but we'll see as we go along. Yeah, so it's supposed to be a quite gentle, well, gentle. It's on the website. It's got a rating for walks of 1 boot being the easiest, 4 or 5 boots I think it is being the hardest, and this is rated as 3. So it's should be reasonably easy going. I think it's probably just because the ground you're going to be walking on when you get round to the other side of the reservoir is very uneven, I think. But yeah, I've never done this walk before. I've done parts of this, the bit that I'm on now, as you walk in from the car park up towards this top corner of the reservoir. I've done a few times, because there's another nice little walk that just takes you up. And if you go, when we get to the end here, you actually turn right, that takes you onto the old track that used to go all the way over to, I don't know, to go Fox House, I think it was. which is, no, it actually goes over to Stanage Pole, and then from there you can drop down to Stanage Edge, which is a quite a fabulous escarpment that's just on the border of Sheffield there and Derbyshire. I've got another walk which I'll do up there sometime. Just like the last walk I did, which was around Lady Canning's plantation. There's a plantation to our left here as well. There's also a private house up there as well. As you can see, this is a very, very popular area. Yeah, so I've done parts of this walk before. So I've walked up this bit, and then I've walked off up to Stanage Pole, which is a nice trek. Walking to Stanage Pole is a sort of a good little walk on there. But today I'm going to go around the reservoirs. I've done part of this path down the side of the reservoir. So this time we're going to actually do it fully. as I say, I say this place is very popular, particularly on sunny days and weekends, and which it is at the minute. It's Saturday, May the 20th, 2025. Temperature is sort of in the upper teens, but and to be honest, it's there's a bit of a breeze up here, so I'm hoping that there's not too much wind noise, and so I'm keeping my jacket on for the time being. But yeah, I've done this bit of the walk before, and it's quite nice. Reservoirs look a bit on the low side. They're usually a lot fuller than this, but then we are, I suppose, getting into the summer, so it's going to sort of drop down a bit. But these, so this is the top reservoir. I'll probably do a little bit of a voiceover about the reservoirs as we go on. So we're about halfway down the reservoirs. Top reservoir's up to the top there with the banking. This is the second reservoir, so we're about halfway down there. Like somebody's done a stone stack over there. I was interested. I brought my camera with me as well because I thought I might get some pictures. I might just take a couple of pictures now with a gorgeous day today, probably just about perfect for this sort of walk, because it's as I say, it's somewhere around about, I think, 18-19 degrees, so it's not too hot, so you're not getting too hot and sweaty. There's a little bit of a breeze up here as well, so that makes it sort of a lot more comfortable. Just check am I still recording. So that makes it quite comfortable. I do like it out here. I mean, we're literally probably 10-15 minutes drive at most from the centre of Sheffield, and you find yourself here. So the moors up in that direction, if you go in that direction into Derbyshire, and as I said, up near the first reservoir, there's a track that takes you up to Stanage Pole, and from there you can carry on walking over into Derbyshire, Hathersage, Stanage Edge, quite a few other places. And I'll probably do that walk one day. That'll be a straight up and down one. But for now I'm just doing this one. So it's been a while since I've done one of these walks, probably about a month or so. Several reasons. One, main reason is that I tend to work Mondays to Fridays, so I do tend to be limited to the weekends to do the walks that I want to do. So because of that, I'm very much dependent on the weather. I am what you would call a fair weather walker. I'm not someone who likes walking out in the drain and in the drizzle. So I do tend to try to do these walks when the weather's fine. So that obviously has an impact. Also, we've had several family celebrations over the last month or so. So that means that's also taking up a lot of time on Saturdays and Sundays when I usually do these walks. However, things are going to change very shortly. As I've probably said before, I mean, I'm now in my 60s and I'm retiring this year, so from essentially next week I will be dropping down to 3 days a week, so I will be now have Mondays and Fridays available to do these walks. So hopefully I'm going to try and get a walk out every week and do that. I mean, please, if you are liking what I'm doing here, do please like and subscribe. A like will let me know that yeah, I'm doing the sort of content that you want. Subscription will also help the channel. But don't forget to put something in the comment. Put the comment in the below. Nobody seems to be commenting on my videos, so I don't know really who's out there, but tell me some of the things that some of the walks that you've done in your areas. I mean, I'm doing walks around Sheffield, but I'm also planning on doing walks that are a bit further out of there as well. Once I do hit full retirement, I'll probably actually doing a lot more travel stuff and walks in other parts of the country. Visits to stately homes and that sort of thing. So do please comment. Let me know what you think of the content. Anything that you would suggest, any places, particularly around Sheffield areas that you think would be interesting to cover. Looks like I may have miscalculated. Looks like the path back to the car isn't up by the side of the reservoir, so I'll have to backtrack a bit, but never mind. Doesn't look like you can get across to the side that way. So after a little detour along the reservoir wall, I discovered you can't actually get back to the road that way. It looks like this particular path is just a circular one around the third reservoir. So it brings you around this side and back to the path on the other side that I walked down before. So not where I wanted to be really. But having said that, it is a lovely walk, because you've got the plantation on this side, and you've of course got the reservoir on this side. So, and from a weather point of view, the day could not be more perfect. And so far the path's been really easy, reasonably easy going. So head up this way, and then we'll head round. We'll go through the plantation over to my left here, heading back to the road, and then it's just a walk up the road back to the cars. Let's see what the destructions say. Alright, so come on. Yeah. We're going across the bridge and turn right to follow the road. 0.7. Okay. Follow the road. That's over. Well, the heat was starting to get a bit too much, so I have to take my jacket off because I'm out of the breeze here. There's no real breeze at all here, and I'm walking into the sun, so it's pretty hot. And this is probably the most boring part of the walk now, because it's just going to be straight up this road to the car park. I mean, I've got to admit, I think if I did this walk again, I'd be tempted to walk down to the third reservoir, do the loop that I did by accident, which takes you to the top of the third reservoir, and then walk back up past there. So make it more of an out and back rather than a circular. So now it's 5 o'clock, so it's about an hour and a half since I set off. On the website it said this walk would be around about 1 hour 30 minutes. And to be honest, if I'd not gone wrong at the top of the third dam, I'd probably be back at the corner. I mean, one thing to note, there's absolutely nowhere to get refreshments or anything like that on this walk. So you do need to bring your own drinks and things. There's no toilets either, so make sure you've gone before. So here we are back at the top reservoir. So I've probably got about another couple of 100 yards along the road here, and I'm probably back at the car park, which I'll show you. But here's one of the spillways, so when it gets too full, this is one of the spillways that will take the excess water away, which will cross the road behind me and head down towards probably the second and third reservoir. Got a sluice gate here as well. Just getting my breath, so that'll fill a bit. So quite straightforward now. So join with me for the last bit of the walk. Got a nice, reasonable view of the reservoir. Well, that brings us to the end of the walk. I'm back in my car now, so I'm going to head back home for a well-deserved cup of tea. Grab something to eat because it is getting to tea time or dinner time, whatever you want to call it. So I hope you've enjoyed this walk. This was quite a nice walk. The walk around the reservoir or the reservoirs. It's one I've not fully done before, but it is very, very pleasant. And today's, I said, the weather's been brilliant today. It was interesting just walking around. There was lots of people just camping out by the lakes, just chilling and just enjoying the sunshine. And yeah, it's a great place to come. So you know, if you're ever up in this part of the world and you fancy a walk that's about an hour and a half, I can suggest this one. It's one worth doing. Also, if you do like some of the content I'm doing, some of these walks, if you did enjoy this walk, do have a look at some of the other walks I've already done. They're worth looking at. And catch you next time.